Well, good morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Well, it is Wednesday. We are in the middle of the week. I mean, it's Thursday already. Yeah, time flies. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's Thursday already. So we are reaching the end of the week. And yeah, I hope your week has been great so far. And yeah, I hope that yesterday you kind of stayed safe, because yeah, I was not expecting yesterday's drop right in the late stages of the New York AM session. If you were with me during the New York AM session, I was expecting some sort of continuation to the upside. But yeah, I guess when everybody is making money like this, somehow the market finds its way to punish those who are making that money. So yeah, I did not interact with shorts on a combine or funded or whatever. If you, what's happening here? I don't know why, but my combine is not appearing here, or neither my demo account. This is kind of weird. I don't know what's happening here. Let me just check Topstep here. Right now. Yeah, but as I was saying, I was not expecting a drop that far on price. Just give me a minute just to check what's happening here on Topstep. I will go back. I'm not sure what's happening here on Topstep, because I have 3 combines and I just see 2 here. I can't even see the demo account because I was trying to show you what I did on demo, and those accounts are not appearing as well. So that's why I'm kind of curious to see what's happening here. Let me just go through my email right quick, just to yeah, everything seems normal here, but I don't get it. That's kind of weird. Well, I'm sorry about this, but I don't know what's happening here on the combine. It's kind of weird because I have 3 accounts and Only 2 are showing up right now. This is kind of weird to me. But yeah, let's go. I will probably find out later as soon as I will try to enter a trade. But yeah, just like I was saying yesterday, I would like to show you, but I don't know how to access the demo account here right now. Probably we just upgraded something, or I don't know. I will show it later probably. But yeah, I took a short on the demo account here, from here somewhere to here, but it's a kind of irrelevant right now because I'm not able to show you. But yeah, let's go straight into the charts and let's try to figure out what the market is going to do. So I apologize for this moment here, and yeah, let's go straight into it. And so far, what am I expecting, right? We have the 9:30 open already, so 9:30 open already in place here. So let me just mark the open. So far, I was expecting a run to the upside, especially on NQ, taking out previous day high, and then eventually follow through to the downside, taking London lows and eventually Asia lows as well. This is what I really would like to see on price. So a move from premium to discount, since we are in a deep premium. If you take a look at the ranges here, yesterday's range, we are in a deep premium, so buying here is something that I wouldn't like to do. I need to see price coming down a little bit before accepting a long position. But yeah, let's go into the regular trading hours as well, just to see how far we are inside the opening range gap. So opening range gap here as well. So the close and the opening range gap quarters. Now let me switch back to the electronic hours. So yeah, these are the opening range. We'll just put this in another type of color. There we go. So yes, this is the 25% of the opening range gap. So we are approaching the 25% of the opening range gap on ES, as you can see here. I really would like to see some urge of buy side liquidity first, but it seems like it's not happening here so far. Let me switch to MNQ just to see what it is doing, and just let me take a look at the regular trading hours as well. You're on, oops, god damn it, what's happening? Yeah, so opening range gap here on the regular trading hours as well, here on NQ. Yeah, we still have buy side liquidity here on NQ, just to be taken, as you can see here. So I really would like to see NQ take out this buy side liquidity and then eventually move to the downside first. And and not go straight to the downside. Now let me go to YM and see what YM is doing. Let me just switch to the electronic trading hours. Yeah, NQ is kind of... I believe the NQ is the... NQ, not NQ, YM is the sicker sister, or the weaker sister here. Yeah. So let's get back into ES just to see what ES is doing. So far, nothing. Trying to go below the opening range gap here, the first stages of it. But yeah, nothing that interests me so far. Since I was expecting a move higher first, and we are getting the opposite. The drive lower. So if we reach this, blue line, we are at 50% of the opening range gap. Yeah, so far ES is moving towards the 50% of the opening range gap, towards this NWOG as well. So let's see if we will have some south momentum. Let's see if I really would like to see a purge of these highs on NQ. Just to consider a bearish scenario, but if it doesn't give us that bearish scenario, that would be kind of hard to frame. So far we are just respecting the bearishness or the resistance at 8:30 open, quite rejecting 9:30 open as well. We are still waiting for, we have it here, right here. First presented fair value gap. It's a tiny one, but it's still a first presented fair value gap. Let me just zoom in a little bit more. There we go. So at this point we took out pre-market lows. Same thing on NQ or not? Let me just check. Yeah, not the same on NQ. So in between NQ and ES, there's an SMT right now, followed by displacement, which can eventually activate a bullish reaction here, since we have relative equal highs as well here on the upside. Here we have some sort of a breaker right above 9:30 open. price is now below 830 open. Let me take another look at the regular trading session hours. So yeah, we kind of fell short on the 50% of the opening range gap. Let me just check NQ just to see what it is doing. We took out sell side liquidity here on the regular trading session, and it seems like we are heading to the upside here. Just like yesterday's job on price action. Yeah, the drawn liquidity will be these highs here. So these highs will be attacked sooner or later, in a couple of minutes probably. Nice reaction from the breaker. So once again, no retracement to the downside. So price is just displacing once again, leaving us all just watching. Harsh reaction here from ES, and in the meantime NQ already took out the previous day high. So now I would like to see if we will still have a continuation to the upside, or if we will go down towards London lows and eventually Asia lows, because that was my initial bias, but I needed to see at least NQ taking out previous day high. So it seems to me that we are losing some bullish momentum here. If we kind of just respect 830 open and the breaker and 930 open, then we will probably head towards the downside. But just give it a little bit more time just to be sure about it. There we go. Price displacing lower. So at this point I would like to see the first presented fair value gap just not supporting price. I would like to see the breaker fail as well, since 830 already failed as our support. So at this point I would like to see something like this. It's a big stop, but let's see. There we go. Bearishness is being respected as well. So we have this bearish fair value gap. Let's see if it will stay open. So far a nice read from price. So price reacting right away after taking previous day high on NQ. Now we just needed an entry, some form of an entry. Yeah, London lows are here, Asia lows are here. Not liking how we closed here. Let me check the regular trading session. Yeah, price is having a hard time closing below the 25% of the opening range gap. Still watching this and still watching this reaction. I really didn't like how we closed here with this big wick. Let me see if we will close above 830 open. Or if we close just below it. No, at this point, this breaker makes no sense being here. not that clean of an open here on ES, but I kind of like how we were not able to close above 930. Let's see if price wants to come for this bearish fair value gap here. Yeah, not liking how price is acting here. Seems like it wants to go for another run to the upside. I'm glad I did not short it around here. So I will give it some more time. Just give me a... Sorry guys, I'm back. I was just checking something here while price is just doing its own thing here. So nothing to see here only. But I like how price just rejected here and it's closing below 930. I really would like to see price coming down from here. But I need to see price coming closing, I mean, below the first presented fair value gap. It's having a hard time to close above 930, but it should be easier because we are inside of the macro right now. It's trying to push once again to the upside here. Let's see, I will try to short as soon as we close below the first presented fair value gap. Damn. Let's see if we will have some sort of a retrace here. But it seems like we don't. Yeah, so far this price action has been quite awful. NQ is still ranging inside of that range that it made as soon as we opened. And price now pushing once again to the upside here. Yep. It's hard to engage with this price action because price has no follow through right now. It's been quite hard to engage with anything here these couple of days, these last couple of days, because we have two options. Or price will just move in a one-sided way without giving us any sort of a retrace, or we have this type of action, and this type of action is kind of not my cup of tea, honestly. Well, I'm glad I did not do anything yet. I'm just watching, and I believe as soon as we start moving, it will be quite fast and we will probably get left out. See, price is really trying to stop everybody, not giving us a good chance of entry. I believe a lot of people are already stopped here. The only thing that you can eventually do is to open your stop loss to a larger number, but it will definitely ruin your risk to reward ratio here. Yeah. Thank you is a massive barcode. Yes is doing almost the same. So unless you have a large stop loss, you will get stopped out today. It's not a clean move here. Price kind of closed below the opening range gap. I mean the first presented fair value gap. And it seems like it's trying to go now, but I don't know. Since the open, we are just moving sideways. It's been 40 minutes already. Just a back and forth here. Seems like we will have the follow through now. But it's kind of hard to engage with this price action, honestly. So a new low is taken here. NQ is still holding that range. And in the meantime, we are touching the NWOG. We have London lows right below us. Let me check the 2 minutes. Or the 3 minutes. Yeah. We will probably miss this move. So at this point, we are close to London lows. Bearish fair value gap here. This could be an entry here as well. Let me just see how price will react here. Damn. Yeah, this price action is really making things a little bit harder today. Yeah. Here, I'm really indecisive here, because I really don't like how price is behaving, generally speaking. See. Yeah. Well, I'm glad I'm just watching, honestly. Because... yeah, we missed London lows for about 17, 16 for one handle. We missed London lows for about one handle, but we kind of reacted quite well here at the end walk, 50% of the end walk, and midpoint of this bearish fair value gap as well. So yeah, this might be a drive up right now, honestly, because we have price reacting to 50% of the 4-hour bearish fair value gap, midpoint of the end walk, 75% of the opening range gap. So yeah, it's kind of messy today. Yeah, very messy here. So yeah guys, so far nothing. As you can see, price is just doing some back and forth action. It's not my cup of tea to play in these conditions. I'd rather watch this play out and see what my offer is. But I'm glad I did not interact with price action, honestly. Otherwise I would have been hurt. Or I needed to be very aggressive with my break-even status. Otherwise, I would have get my stop hit for sure. So what about you guys? Have you done anything yet? Are you just watching? Yeah, just share your experiences. If you're watching me on the red platform, on the purple platform, wherever platform you are watching, yeah, just share your experiences, because for me right now, yeah, there's nothing I can do in these type of conditions. Nothing I can do. It's kind of ridiculous how price just did not take London lows for just one handle. Whenever something like this happens, it means like we will probably have a high resistance day, or I don't know, or something that's going to be very hard to trade. And yeah, here you have your proof of it. Yeah, it seems like price reacted quite well here on the analog, and it's now ripping to the upside. It kind of formed some sort of a breaker. This is an inversion play here. Inversion here, kind of supported on the first presented fair value gap. It will probably invert this one as well. And it seems like if we really can invert this one, we will target these highs right here, and then we will probably move to previous day high as well. So it's kind of annoying, honestly, to see the market behave like this. But right now I have some mixed feelings, honestly. Right now I have some mixed feelings. We could have taken a short position here, honestly. when I saw this rejection here on this previous bearish fair value gap. But yeah, I would have probably not taken any partials because we didn't hit London lows, and I'm glad I did not interact with this retest here. Price kind of retested it 3 times, but I knew that the Edward could eventually act as support, and it really did. So let's see. Now we are back inside the range, so back to 0 right now. We will have to reassess the trading plan and see what the market wants to do in reality. So in reality, there's no plan right now for me. For me, this is some sort of a seek and destroy, because look how we ranged here, then we took out the lows, we took out the highs. If price really comes back inside the range, then this is a no-no for me. We could eventually accumulate, so this could have been the play for the New York AM session. So accumulation. This was probably the manipulation leg, and we will probably distribute higher. But this was not my original plan, honestly. But now I can see something like this happening, honestly. These clean highs here. Let me just go back to the regular trading session. Yeah, things are not clean, and see, we are rejecting once again. Let's see if there would be order block. This holds here, but the bearishness of this fair value gap is being respected. So it's kind of hard to decide what the market wants to do now. See, we are back inside the range, displacing really displacing here. Let me take a look at NQ just to see what NQ is doing. And NQ is a mess right now. It's really a mess. It took out previous day high, buy side liquidity on the regular trading session. Then it went for, I don't know if we made about 25% of the opening range gap. We just went for 25% and we reacted right away, but now displacing right away once again. So no plan for me. YM is a mess as well. So yeah, guys, I'm sorry, but I have no plan right now. I really have no read on price now. So yeah, reading these types of conditions, I can not see a high probability setup, honestly. If you look at the 15 minute, the 15 minute is very ugly price action on the 15 minutes. So yeah, guys, I hope you didn't force anything today, because if you try to force anything, you will probably get hurt. In these types of conditions, whenever you have no how should I say it? You have no advantage, you have no edge on the market. I truly advise you to stay away from it. Because, well, if you have any edge, let me just check the 15-second chart just to see if there's some sort of an edge here in these lower time frames. There's no way I will interact on a 15-second chart, but yeah, even on the 15-second chart, there's no direction here, so it is slightly bearish. This could eventually be, if we are still bearish, this could be a intermediate term high, but for this to be an intermediate term high, I need to see price coming lower, and yeah, I guess there's no edge for us so far. And I'm really glad I didn't interact. I almost clicked the short button, the sell button somewhere around, I guess here. But I'm glad I didn't. Just let me check. Yeah, somewhere around here when price was just not closing above 930. So eventually I could have been in profit for a while, but yeah, the way it reversed, I wouldn't be in profit for a long. That would have been a situation where your profits will get burnt right away and very quickly. So it is what it is, guys. We have to admit that sometimes it is impossible for us to engage with some types of market behaviors, and this is the type of market that you don't want to be in. And as a trader, you need to know when to engage and when to stay away from it. And this is really a environment that you want to stay away from. You don't want to be a participant here, an active participant with any sort of position, because for me, there's no edge in this market. So yeah, I'm just saying in a group that I'm part of, it seems like I'm watching a Picasso draw here, an abstract piece of art, Yeah, I can smell a lot of stop losses being triggered around somewhere around here. Yes, short sellers, they are cooked right now. And the longs, I'm curious to see if those who are trying to long this, the first presented for a value gap, they might get away with profits around these highs. But as soon as we hit these highs, we will probably face another wave down, because the way the market is behaving, it's giving me that type and that sort of vibes. Yeah, longs will definitely get away with this liquidity here, but as soon as we take out these longs, we might reverse once again, because I'm getting that type of vibes. And we will probably leave previous day high for later action, because we left London lows as well. This could have been a good trade to the upside if we have taken London lows out. This could have been, but we didn't. So we left some liquidity behind. And whenever we leave, and whenever the market leaves the liquidity behind, it will take it sooner or later. It might take out the liquidity still in the New York AM session, or in the lunch session, or eventually at New York PM session. I don't know. NQ really heading to the upside now. It's trying to push ES with it, but clearly ES is weaker than NQ, and I presume YM is even weaker. Let me just check. Oops. So YM, yeah. YM is definitely the weaker sister here. NQ the strongest. And the stronger, I mean. NDS is the one that always stays in the middle. It has the more balanced behavior. So yeah, guys, if you took some longs, congrats, but taking longs without cleaning London lows, it makes no sense for me. And honestly, longs was they were not part of the plan, so yeah, it's really pushing towards these these highs. But as you can see, it has event horizon just to it has to go above midnight event horizon, so and here really pushing so far. And ES is respecting 830. 830, it's inverting this one as well. So now let's see. Let me just take a projection here, because this was definitely the manipulation leg. So that plan that we had before, where this was somehow accumulation, manipulation, and distribution to the upside. I guess it's happening. I guess it's really happening. But yeah, this was not part of the plan. The plan was to look for a drive lower towards London lows, or eventually Asia lows. But right now, I believe price can eventually reach for previous day high, or this 2.5 standard deviation here, which has a confluence with something around here, maybe these highs. 6752, so 6752, 6752. Yeah. So this really would be a plan if we took out London lows, but one handle away from London lows and outside of the macro, it didn't feel right for me. It really didn't feel right for me. So yeah, guys, were you able to do something? Or are you just watching? because at this point it seems like, or price will eventually, because we already took out these highs right here, and price will eventually start moving lower, or we will head to previous day high here on ES as well. Oops. Let's see if we can hold this bullish momentum, or if we will retrace now lower, since we already took out the highs that I was talking about, these ones right here. So I'm really curious to see. Price went directly to minus 2 standard deviation. So price heading towards event horizon. See? So I was telling you guys that as soon as we take out these highs, I had a feeling that price would come lower once again, and it's doing it. It's really not meant to be traded. I don't feel like we have a real edge here. So we kind of inverted right now these two bullish PD arrays. Let's see if the order block holds, or if 830 holds here. It's interesting because we are entering 1050 macro. So let's see if the price will give us a continuation to the upside, which I'm kind of doubting, or if we will move towards London low. Because I really feel like London low was left behind for some reason. I feel like we still need to go there. There we go. Moving lower once again. See, I had a feeling that this move to the upside was not trustable. Now let's see, because at this point we are inside the macro, so the macro can eventually offer some momentum to the downside. Let's see if we will have that momentum or not. So price kind of rejected -2 standard deviation to the tick. It's now heading towards -0.5, and I'm interested to see if we will hold this inverted fair value gap or if we will reclaim it as a bearish one. Because if we reclaim it as a bearish one, that would be interesting to short. Because we are still inside the 1050 macro. We would be losing 830 open. We would be rejecting event horizon. So yeah. We'll give it some time here before the market decides whatever it wants to do. Let me just check the higher time frames here. On the 5 minute. Yeah, on the 5 minute, it seems like we are retesting a bullish breaker. So if we really can resist here and can eventually support inside the breaker, I don't know. We'll give it some more time. But yeah, these types of conditions are really not the best to put some money on it. So if you stayed out here and if you just stood away from the market, you did a very good job. If you tried to force anything, I hope you didn't get hurt in these types of conditions, because they really can hurt you. Yeah, so far a nice reaction from 830 open and the inversion type of fair value gap. Let me just check here the OTE level, if we are respecting OTE levels here, because this to me seems like a harsh retrace But yeah, we are closing above the 62% of it. I'm just watching if there's some sort of SMT in between ES and NQ, but it doesn't seem like it. Seems like price is just trying to react here. Here we have another inversion type of fair value gap. Let's see if we can eventually hold it, or if we reclaim it as a inversion type of fair value gap. What's happening here? Yeah, it seems like it wants to respect that. I'm not sure as well. That's why I decided not to do anything today, because I feel like I don't have any edge. I feel like price is doing whatever it wants to do. But yeah, this was a nice reclaim of the bearishness. Now let's see if we can reclaim this one. 1, 2. Let me just... I guess it's better now. So yeah, it seems like we want to reclaim the bearishness here as well. On the 15 minutes, seems like we want to engulf the last green candle. But I just don't like how we left some relative equal highs here. I don't know. I need to see that 15-minute candle to close. We are 30 seconds away from it. So let's see if it will just close in a bearish way. Because at this point we are rejecting event horizon. we are probably rejecting a 30. But the problem is that we might end up be stuck around here because we are playing in between 830 and 930. And whenever price is inside this range provided by 830 and 930, it usually has this type of behavior where it just takes highs and lows and does nothing. So yeah, guys, this was not a good session at all. I'm glad I did not interact with anything. I'm glad I did not messed up with anything. And I'm glad I really stayed away from this price action, especially during the first 30 minutes. But yeah. Hello, TMs. How you doing? Well, I guess you didn't miss anything. So if you look at your charts, you will see that you did not miss anything special today. So price action has been a miss. So my initial thought was, okay, I will wait for a previous day high to be taken, especially on NQ, since we were very close to it. And then I would look for London lows and eventually Asia lows on ES. And yeah, price NQ really took out previous day high, but then we kind of, I don't know, we kind of accumulate down here in a way that I don't like to see, honestly. Then we moved towards these lows, but we kind of left London lows open for just one handle. And as soon as I saw that we left London lows and we kind of boomed to the upside, I said to me, okay, I will not interact with it, because what is the market doing, right? It's just leaving liquidity for what? Maybe later. So I believe now that, yeah, we might seek that liquidity now, sooner or later, probably after 11, because the macro is not doing anything as well. So the upside move happened outside the macros, in between the macros, and without taking any sell side liquidity. It really took some sort of liquidity, these lows right here, but at this point I would be more interested to see London lows being taken, and it really didn't. So I believe we will now head towards London lows. I'm not sure about it, because price has been, if you look into the 15 minutes, especially on ES and NQ as well, it's kind of a messy 15-minute chart. But yeah, so I believe you didn't miss anything, bro. I didn't miss. I believe you wouldn't do anything special today in these types of conditions because our edge is not, it's not there, I guess. So TMs, don't be hard on yourself. I know that when we have a job and we try to engage with the markets at the same time, it's always frustrating because we are always FOMOing and we are always with that feeling that, oh damn, I'm missing something here. I missed some moves. But today it's not that day. I believe you're not missing anything. It might happen now, as I was saying, but yeah, in between 9:30 to 11, I guess you didn't miss anything. So yeah, the reclaimed fair value gap is there. This one has been reclaimed as well. So now I would like to see price move lower towards London lows because it still has London lows to attack, but I need to see it lose the first presented fair value gap and 9:30 open, because if we don't lose those two, price will probably stay around the opens inside this range provided by the opens. See, it's kind of messy today. I haven't seen a New York AM session like this for a couple of days. So TMs, as I was saying, don't be hard on yourself. You didn't miss anything, bro. You just didn't miss anything. So tell me, I don't think I have asked you before. What do you do for a living? What's your job? I don't know if you know it, but yeah, I was a nurse. I have a nursing degree, but I kind of left the nursing job and the nursing career just to engage with a trading career. At some point, I believe that I can't do that for the rest of my life. It's somehow it's a how should I say it? It's a good job. I liked what I did, but at the end, the wages aren't good. The way you are treated isn't good. The responsibilities that you have are a lot, and yeah, it's not a good job. It's not a good job that it's paid well. So I decided to pursue another career, and trading is my go-to right now. See. Oh well, there's nothing that we can work with, honestly. It's a boring market today. Haven't seen this type of action in a while. But sometimes we face these types of environments as traders. So as I was saying before, we need to know when to not interact with the market, because being profitable, it's not just making trades and just hit home runs and hit wins and hit those take profits. Being profitable it's also staying away from the market and looking at it and say, okay, today I will not engage with it because I have no edge. So if I have no edge, I will probably risk my account doing whatever the market wants to do instead of whatever I want to do. And this is a form of profitability as well. Looking at the market and have a read about it and say, okay, maybe I don't have a read. Maybe I don't have any edge today, so I guess it's my day to stay away from it. So that's a form of profitability as well. And I guess that's the most important form of profitability, because if you don't have that form of profitability with you, you will probably end up losing more than winning at the end of the day, because there are a lot of days in the year that you shall not open anything, and you shall just look at the market and just try to learn with it. And today is one of those days, honestly. So I'll just take this out. It was not reclaimed. This is still inverted. So I believe there's different types of profitability. One of them, and I believe most of the traders just think about one, but I believe there are at least three. The one is, of course, hitting your targets and hitting your take profits. The second one is managing your losses, because you will have them. So if you stay away of big losses and if you respect your stop loss, that's another form of profitability. And the third one, and probably the most important one, is to know when to stay away from the market. Because if you don't know how to stay away from the market, there's no stop loss that will save you. You will just engage with trades after trades, and you will end up lose more than you would allow you to do in normal circumstances. So but yeah, I can see a lot of traders today being wrecked. A lot of stop losses being triggered. Not many take profits being triggered. I can see it, and I can smell it from here. I really can. Today is one of those days that you better stay away from it. Otherwise, you will chase. And whenever you chase, something wrong will happen. So yeah, guys, we are almost reaching the 2-hour mark here on the stream, and I believe there's nothing we can do here. So I will be probably 5 minutes more with you guys, just to see what's happened, what will happen after the 11:10 macro. I will probably be with you guys about more 5 to 15 minutes, just to see if something will definitely happen. But yeah, this was a session where you couldn't do anything, honestly. And if you try to force anything, you would end up probably losing money. I think that's the hardest thing to accept, being a trader, just to know when to stay away from it. And I can see a lot of, if I go through some of today's streams from other YouTubers or other traders or whatever, I can bet there's a lot of people losing money today. A lot of people losing money. And I'm glad I didn't, because I almost clicked the sell button around here. I would have been in profit for a couple of minutes, but about 3 or 4 minutes. And then if I wouldn't protect myself, which I probably wouldn't, because I would have taken my first partial at London lows, and we never came for London lows, I would have been stopped out probably in a loss with this leg to the upside here. So I'm glad I didn't interact with the market in these types of conditions. As soon as I saw these wicks and price not sustaining the lower move, the downside move, these wicks forming another low but coming right back inside the range. Whenever price just moves like this, I always try to stay away from it. It's kind of hard to decide in that moment what to do. I have to admit that. But as soon as I see these types of wicks, price doing new lows and coming right back, okay, there's something wrong with the market, because whenever there's willingness to continue lower, you will see full candles and not these wicks. Of course, there are moments there that eventually you will see these wicks and price will go lower and price will drive lower. But the majority of times, whenever you see these types of wicks and price giving you not giving you momentum, then you will probably face hard conditions. And this is one of these days. This is really one of those days that, yeah, it's impossible to do anything in these types of conditions. And as I was telling you, and usually I do that type of thing as soon as I end the stream, I will go and see what other traders have done in the New York session, just to see if I can learn something else, or just to see what I'm missing, or just to try to learn something, and just to try to understand what other people are doing. I bet with you that I will probably do that as soon as I end the stream, and I will probably see a lot of people losing money. Probably. A lot of people, probably. Because I can see a lot of people trying to short here, a lot of people trying to long this leg here, right at the open. Then a lot of people trying to short once again here, trying to long around the inversion of this fair value gap. Yeah, I can see a lot of those positions, and all of those positions, they probably failed, unless you have a big stop loss and unless you are playing with a 1-to-1 risk ratio. That way you would probably be at break even or something like this. But if you're trying to play the things as they should be played, positioning your stop loss in the right spots, yeah, you would have been burnt today. So And 1050 macro, 1050 macro acting as an empty macro here, so nothing to work with. Not 950, I mean 1050. The 950 macro also, it kind of drove a little bit lower, but it never offered us anything special. And yeah, that's the type of day. So yeah, guys, if you've done anything, just comment in the chat. Just say something. I'm curious to see if you took any trades. I know the TMs probably did not took any trades since he was working, was at his job. But if you guys took something, yeah, just share with me just to see where did you enter your position, what type of position did you take, and yeah, I believe this one is a hard day for everybody. If you manage to be profitable in a day like this, then I can really congratulate you because I can't see anything that I could have done here in a profitable way. It's kind of a hard market these last couple of days for me, especially for me. It's been hard, I have to admit, because lately we have two types of conditions. Or the market will give you something like this, just like a barcode, or the market will just rip higher or go south without giving you any retrace and hit your targets without taking a breathe. And I guess those two situations are the hardest to trade, because on one hand you have to be very aggressive to be able to profit with it, on it, I mean, and on the other hand you can't be aggressive, otherwise you will end up be caught in a barcode like this. So that, to me, balancing the aggressiveness on your entry is kind of hard these last couple of days, because if you look into here, yesterday, as soon as we opened, yeah, price just ripped higher. It never came back, and what can I do, right? Unless you will enter in some type of an order block, but my model, my model does not allow me to do so. And so you have to be very aggressive in these types of situations. And in this type of situations, what do you not want to be is being aggressive, because otherwise you will end up to hurt yourself. So balancing those two things, the aggressiveness and the capacity to stay calm, watch what the market is doing, and not take any action. I think that has been the most difficult thing for me to balance, I guess. Well, at this point we are heading towards 11:30, so we have a small SMT here with NQ, followed by some sort of displacement, and it seems like now we are heading towards London lows. So if we really lose 9:30 open, because we already lost 8:30 and reclaimed the bearishness of this fair value gap. So if we can eventually maintain this scenario, I can see price coming down eventually towards midnight open and especially towards London lows. But there you go. You have a straight move to the downside. There's no retracement here. So will you be aggressive, or will you wait for some type of retrace, right? See, price coming back inside the range without giving you any type of retrace. So now heading towards the inverted fair value gap that was used as a inversion here. So if this PD array here really breaks, which is some sort of a breaker, and this fair value gap as well, we will see London lows. But yeah, as I was saying, there's no retrace here, just to enter, unless you are short around here. How do you enter? It's shutting itself off. So price is back inside the N-walk here. Yeah, seems like price really wants to go for London lows here. Was a straight move down from somewhere around event horizon, But yeah, that's one of these things that I couldn't catch, honestly. So there you go. We have midnight open here still. Let me just check where NQ is. Yeah, it's taking London low. Not yet. I mean, yeah, we still have some room to go on NQ. And we have Asia lows as well, midnight open. So this is the new week opening gap. We have the midpoint of this one as well. I guess I deleted some of these values here. Yeah, okay. So now let's see if price can do some sort of a retrace and move a little bit lower. I don't want to see price coming above the NWAG. At this point, we already closed the opening range gap on ES. But I guess we didn't on NQ. Let me just check. Yeah, we didn't. So there might be some room to the downside, but at this point we took out sell side liquidity here in a form. We took out this regular trading hour session lows in the form of sell side liquidity. And now I want to see if price really wants to maintain its downtrend and go a little bit more south, or if it will just stay around here. Let me just move to the 2 minutes. Yeah, price really coming with some strength to the upside, almost reaching for the first presented or value gap. This might be a mitigation block here, so we might see price coming around here and trying to just mitigate those who put their stop below. But then I need to see this candle fail, eventually the fair value gap being inverted. So I'm not sure if we will see this or not. So will this be a reclaimed fair value gap? Let's just see. Because if so, we might end up drive to Asia highs. I'm just watching the 3 minutes, the 5 minute as well. But so far not offering signs of continuation lower. Let's see if this will be an order block or not. Yeah, but price is still pushing. So seems like continuation won't happen for now. Unless we get a rejection around 9:30. Well, at this point I will take out the macro. Yeah, it was the macros were not in point today. So as you can see, the movements, they started right after it and not inside of it. But sometimes it's just like this. Sometimes we just have to accept these forms of low precision from the market. Usually the market is quite precise. There are days where the market isn't that precise, and we have to accept that and try to work with it anyway. Yeah, nice rejection here from the first presented fair value gap. Seems like we will head lower towards Asia low. Let me just check the size of these candles because they seem very large now. Yes, they are. 10 handle candles. Right outside the New York Hill Zone. Yeah, it seems to me we will try to work below now the sand walk. This is a massive stop here. 10 handle stop. I don't think the market will give us the retrace around here. Let's just see if we will have another push, at least to towards the bearish fair value gap, but it doesn't seem like it, honestly. At this point, we are. Let me just check if NQ already took out. No, it didn't. It doesn't took out London lows. Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, I was waiting for a touch here on this fair value gap, but yes, tricked us and didn't provide that touch. So midnight open is hit. We will probably hit Asia lows as well. That's unfortunate. That's really annoying. We missed the entry. For about, yeah, one handle, about one handle. At this point we would have been about 1 hour already. Yeah, I will not enter here at -2 standard deviation just to go for -2.5. I think that's kind of chasing it. The way the market is, it's showing its hand, it seems like heavy, but entering around here seems to me like chasing it. Let me just check, where are we inside the range now? Yeah, we are right at equilibrium. Nice reaction here. Very nice reaction on this bearish fair value gap here. So yeah, guys, I think that's it. We are stretching the life for quite a bit. So, well, if you took any shorts here, some sell positions, yeah, congratulations. I really didn't. I was talking a bit too much whenever we started the run to the downside. And now here I just feel like I'm chasing it, so I will not try to engage with it now. But yeah, guys, thank you very much for being here tomorrow will be another day, so no positions today. It is what it is. Kind of a hard New York AM session, especially until 11. And yeah, it is what it is. So like I said before, profitability is when not to trade as well. So it's a form of profitability. So keep that in mind. I guess that's the main lesson from today's trading session. And yeah, don't forget to follow. Don't forget to hit the like button as well. And stay safe, guys. Stay safe. That's the real deal for everybody as a trader, is to stay safe after all. So thank you very much. See you tomorrow at the same time, 9:15 New York AM time. And yeah, we will see what tomorrow brings us. So bye.